Rob and Slim Show, we're back with the master of chaos, Kevin Knight.
Good evening, guys. How are you?
Great. How you doing, Kev?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm watching the Mets. They're losing. What else could be going on, right?
is that ever going to change?
No, I don't think so.
You're in Nutley, New Jersey, right?
I am in Nutley, New Jersey, and that's where all the action is going to take place this Saturday night, coincidentally.
Ooh, what is that? Is that IWF?
That could be it.
Nice. I got a bell. What are you headlining?
I will be in a no disqualification match against first class Justin Adams, but we have WWE Hall of Famer Tito Santana taking on IWF Hall of Famer Fifth Element Roman Zachary. We have WWE legend B. Brian Blair of the Killer Bees, his first New York, New Jersey area wrestling appearance in like 6 years or so. He's taking on Southside Slugger Tony Graves. We also have another legend, probably the biggest WWE legend of all time. I mean, when you think legend, you automatically think Gillberg. And Gillberg,
Love Gillberg.
Gillberg has accepted the challenge of East Side Dave.
I thought so.
Radio host and TV host on Compound Media, a TV show, and then he's a morning show host on Rat Radio 95.9 in Central Jersey.
I used to work there.
He's taking on Gillberg.
Oh, that's amazing. I love Eastside Dave. I used to work at the Rat. I loved Eastside Dave from the old Ron and Fez days. And I saw that he challenged Gillberg. And I have a signed Gillberg shirt in my closet, dude.
Well, see, last year, Eastside Dave, he's conquered radio, he's conquered TV. He had this strange idea. He wanted to conquer the world of professional wrestling.
Yes.
So last year, he entered our 18-man over-the-top Rumble, and he set a world record for being in a Rumble the shortest amount of time ever, 1.5 seconds. So now this year, Eastside Dave has challenged the legend, probably the only legend that he thinks he could beat, and that's Gillberg.
Gillberg has never won, right?
Saturday night.
Gillberg's never won.
and neither has Eastside Dave.
Ooh, it's exciting.
Saturday, there has to be a winner. I mean, the winner for sure won't be the fans, because the fans have to witness this.
This could come.
One of these so-called athletes will be victorious, and then another legend on the show, our legendary ring announcer, Gary Michael Capetta, will be there on Saturday night.
Awesome. Where is that going to be?
It's at the Nutley Parks and Recreation Center, 44 Park Ave. We have, as of right now, we have 7 floor seats left and about 25 bleacher seats left. So campiwf.com has your tickets.
Nice. Kevin, how long have you been wrestling?
Far too long. Actually, my first match was 23 years ago. So I've been wrestling for 23 years, 18 years. Was it 18 or 19 years? I think 18 years I did it full time. So, now we're back to doing just couple shows a year, as long as it's a charity event. That's all I'm doing these days. So every year in Nutley, the anniversary event for IWF takes place at the Nutley Rec Center. There were a few years we went to different towns throughout New Jersey to host our anniversary event. But for the past 8 years, we're back in Nutley every April, our anniversary event, and all proceeds go towards American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. And in the 8 years that we've been raising money for American Cancer Society, IWF has donated over $1,000 to American Cancer Society. So
that's solid.
That includes so far what we've raised this year, and we're going to probably be over $35,000 in total over the past 8 years by the end of our event this Saturday night.
Excellent. That's outstanding. Cool.
Absolutely.
I want to ask you, Kevin, what is the gnarliest thing you've seen in the ring, like injury-wise?
Wow. Probably, I think it was, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the New Jersey independent wrestling scene, but this has to be back in 1999, pro wrestler named Lupus, who was in Raven's flock briefly in ECW with Stevie Richards. So I think Lupus was there in maybe 1997, 1998. I was in a ladder match with Lupus, and Lupus fell off the ladder, out of the ring, onto the floor, and split his eyebrow open. And when I think it was like a three-way dance or four-way dance, and there's Lupus on the floor, and he fell short of us. Because I don't know if he hooked his foot on the top rope and came down head first on the floor. And we looked at him and turned him over, and it looked like he had like a scrap of white paper on his head above his eyebrow. Because, you saw, his head, his forehead, and you saw this, strip of white. And we realized it was not his eyebrow, it was his skull.
Dude.
As his eyebrow split open that wide that there was no blood at all. It was bone right above the eyebrow. So that was probably the gnarliest thing. Obviously, Lupus had to go to the hospital. He had to get a bunch of stitches to close it up, and that was it.
Did you have to pin him first?
I'm sorry?
Did you have to pin him first? Like, did he have to tap out?
I think the match ended right there.
Okay.
That was pretty much it. But Lupus was okay. I'm not sure if he ever wrestled again or maybe he chose not to wrestle again. But, he still made appearances and was a guest manager and guest referee. So, yeah, that's why the high-flying stuff is best left to gymnasts and circus folk and not pro wrestling folks, because there have been far too many injuries with doing stupid things in wrestling. So wrestlers should wrestle; they should not do gymnastics and circus stunts.
Were you gonna say something, Slava?
Yeah, I used to work with this kid. Back when I was a kid, I used to work at like a grocery store, and like this one kid I used to work with, he was a lifeguard, like as his second job. He said like I asked him what was the craziest thing you've ever seen as a lifeguard. And he said he saw this like drunk walk to the jetty, and he said the guy was just like wobbling everywhere, stumbling. He saw the guy fall, and they all they ran over. Turns out the guy smacked his head on a sharp side of a rock, and it sliced part of his scalp off, and it was hanging. He said this guy got up, and he was just like,
"I'm fine."
He's like, dude, yeah. He's like, "I'm fine." He's like, dude, what? You should go to the hospital. He's like, "Nah, I'm good." And he said he just wandered off the beach with scalp hanging.
God, that's rough. That's
crazy. That is rough.
Oh man.
Hopefully it wasn't Lupus again.
He's just like, I've been through this already.
He just does it. Lupus just keeps the gag going. Kevin, I want to ask you too. You've been around. You've been on what was it? Over 40 WWE events.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Got to be an extra, and the guys that get back when they had Heat and Velocity and those shows, when they'd have the guys from the local area just go in and get slaughtered. Myself and a lot of the IWF guys got to do that a few times. We've been extras in different skits. We were druids for The Undertaker in WrestleMania 20.
That's
his return
awesome.
against Kane.
Yes.
We've been in different TV shows, commercials, extra work. Wrestled A-Train at Madison Square Garden, June 2003 SmackDown TV taping, so that was pretty cool, and got to do a bunch of things. And then a lot of our students and graduates from IWF Wrestling School in New Jersey got many opportunities as well. Actually, we have 2 or 3 graduates there now. Sean Bennett, who's a referee on Raw, is one of our graduates.
Cool. That's awesome.
And Danilo Amphibio, he's a referee in NXT. He's one of our graduates. Obviously, most famous graduate from IWF Wrestling School, Darren Young, started training with us back in 2002. He was Bone Crusher Fred Sampson. So we've had, a bunch of our students and graduates get different tryouts and opportunities in dark matches, and they got to be extras at TV tapings and so forth. So, been pretty lucky to myself work with them a number of times, and a bunch of our students and graduates. So
that's amazing.
Yeah,
my
doing
son,
our thing. Yeah,
my middle son I'd say in the past year got really into WWE and NXT. He loves it. He loves it all. But he also knows all the older wrestlers too. Like he knows all like Hulk Hogan and The Rock.
Cool.
He knows that The Rock's dad was the wrestler too. Like he knows everything. Like I'm like, how do you know this, dude?
See, that's cool. My passion is always with the old school guys. I mean, it's been many years since I watch what they do now regularly, but, I'd watch the old stuff on YouTube all the time, the old interviews. I mean, I can't get enough of Roddy Piper. And
he was my favorite.
I love Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
Oh, God. The Jake the Snake Roberts interviews on YouTube. I mean, there's nights I waste hours watching these, and they're really brilliant. They're works of art. It's all off the cuff and improvised, and they actually motivated you to want to get up and buy a ticket and go see them, in the ring.
I was
Those
shocked.
are the days, man.
I was shocked years ago when I heard what's Y2J Jericho. I heard him say that they couldn't even bleed anymore. If they bled in a match, they got fined. I was like, what? That's wrestling? Like that's crazy.
Well, it's all corporate now. I think the corporate mentality has ruined wrestling. I mean, you don't want to bring it back to the barbaric days of Abdullah the Butcher and Bruiser Brody just forking each other to death. but it hey, you watch UFC and there's headbutts and there's bloody noses and split eyebrows.
That's what I was gonna say with the rise of that and MMA and that stuff. Like, wouldn't wrestling want to go back to that?
I think they should. With IWF, that's kind of what we do. We present it as a sport. It's competition to me. We have a lot of athletes on our roster, and it should be presented as a competition. And that's kind of what turned me off to sports entertainment over the past 10, 12 years is they don't even try to present it like it's real competition. They're presenting it like it's just, a hokey show about wrestling and, there's a ring here, but the ring is just the backdrop. It's not the main focus of what goes on, and the titles didn't seem important, and there's too many people involved, and they have too many writers and too many creative people, and they've just ruined it for me. And wrestling's always been competition between good against evil, and there's different titles on the line. Maybe this match is a contenders match. Yeah, that's what I liked about it. So that's why I stick to a lot of the old stuff.
Yeah. I saw too you're a trainer, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever had anyone come in and that you're like, I can't train you? Or like, you ever have someone come in just so hardcore they just go they just want to hurt somebody?
Well, most of the guys and girls that we had come in that were looking to get trained, we would interview them first to make sure that
pre-screen
they could do it, or weed out those that maybe were a little bit too fired up and too gung-ho. But the people that didn't make the cut initially after an interview were few and far between, because then after interviewing them you could kind of reel them in and tell them, you're 5'2", you're 106 pounds. maybe being a wrestler isn't for you, but why don't you start out as a ref first, see how that works, and then take it from there. Or, or someone that was a little bit too crazy, you could kind of reel them in and lower their expectations a little bit and calm them down and then give them a shot. And it usually worked out.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing, was interviewing them and, making sure that they're cut out for the role that they're seeking, because, maybe the ones that were too anxious or overzealous, maybe they'd be better as a manager or commentator than a wrestler if they weren't that physically gifted, but were a great talker or, great motivator or very fired up or very animated. They'd almost be better as like a Captain Lou Albano or Bobby the Brain Heenan type, or Jimmy Hart, mouth of the South, at ringside.
Yeah. What I wanted to ask you too. Well, I just lost the question. Goddamn.
Well, I ask anything. I don't care. The Mets came back to take the lead. How about that?
Wow, it just happened. We're good luck. We're good luck for the Mets. I don't like that.
That is breaking news.
Just broken right there. Just broken. Oh my God! Have you ever wanted to do anything besides wrestling? Have you ever wanted to act or anything like that?
Well, I've been able to do a couple acting gigs throughout the years in wrestling. I mean, I started in radio and TV, and that's what I went to college for.
Okay.
Broadcasting, sports play-by-play, news reporting, entertainment reporting, journalism. Kind of segued into wrestling by accident.
Wow.
And now that I finished, I wrapped up full-time wrestling in 2017. So it's been just about 2 years since I stopped wrestling full-time. And in that 2 years, I've kind of worked my way back into broadcasting and announcing and journalism work and reporting and entertainment writing. And I did maybe maybe more, maybe like 5 or 6 TV commercials for various projects. Never acted in like a movie or TV show. I don't know if that would be for me. I don't think I'm that talented enough to do that, but just short commercials and things like that. But broadcasting and journalism and anything in the media is what I enjoy, because that's what I was doing before being a wrestler. And now that, I only wrestle a couple times a year at charity events, segued back into the media where I started.
Nice. And what do you normally do? Do you normally write or do radio?
Pretty much write and do some radio. I'm actually one of the regulars on the Eastside Dave show on Compound Media. That's different than his radio gig at Rat Radio, an FM station. He hosts the morning show.
Yeah, I was wondering if he still did that. I didn't know if he gave that up since he started the Compound.
No, he does. He does both. Compound Media, the Eastside Dave show is every Tuesday night, and that's on Anthony Cumia's channel, formerly of Opie and Anthony.
Yes.
So Anthony has his own platform, and he swiped Eastside Dave after seeing him on the Run and Fez show.
That was the best.
Watching his clips and hearing his nonsense there. So Dave has been hosting Eastside Dave show, I want to say, for 4 years now on Compound Media. So that's every Tuesday night, 7 p.m., and I'm a regular on there, probably about once a month. I go in and do the show, and that's where Dave usually loses his mind. It ends up challenging different people in the world of professional wrestling. And this Saturday night, Eastside Dave will take his final breath on Earth.
So you're saying two things there. One, you're saying you bring out the competitive nature in Eastside Dave, and you're also saying that Gillberg is going to beat the shit out of Eastside Dave.
Well, I mean, the only person in wrestling that Gillberg weighs more than is Eastside Dave. I mean, Eastside Dave is about 155 pounds, and Gillberg's about 166 pounds. So it's very even contest. But Gillberg Gillberg is a man who's gotten beaten up by, there's nobody left for Gillberg to get beaten up by.
He's a pro at getting beat up, yeah.
Right, and Eastside Dave has never done anything physical in his life. So, we could actually be witnessing a homicide.
Do you think, like, what do you think? Do you think Gillberg's just going to, like, take advantage of the situation, or do you think he's going to be confused and kind of like, isn't this the part you take me down? And, like, you're going to see a lot of him freezing.
He might not know how to handle it. Yeah, he might not be able to accept it.
Gillberg does have two wrestling moves. He has the spear and he has the jackhammer. Now, Eastside Dave has no maneuvers. He could talk. He's not going to be able to talk. He's not going to be able to talk his way out of it Saturday night because now it's time for fighting. Talking is over.
Yeah. That only gets you so far. Yeah. So he hasn't done any training.
Unless he comes in the ring with one of those big, like $1,000 steel, cool-looking, like David Letterman, Rush Limbaugh type microphones, and he bashes Gillberg over the head with that big microphone.
Or what if he gets someone else to, like, step in for him?
He could do that, but Eastside Dave is known as a cheapskate. So don't think he's going to pay anyone to take his place. So he's in trouble. He has no friends or enemies. He's in trouble.
He should get Bobo.
We're going to witness the end.
He can get Bobo.
He could get, Bobo's going to be there Saturday night. The whole Compound Media gang. Bobo is going to be there. Daniel Curlin. Jimmy Blackman's going to be there. Big A, Andrew Gold is there. Rudy Harder from the Eastside Dave show. So the whole gang from Compound Media will be there this Saturday night in Nutley. It's going to be crazy.
Are they rooting for him or against him?
Oh, against him. Are you kidding? They hate him as a boss. I mean, the word is they've been trying to get Eastside Dave fired from Compound Media for months. So
I love it.
This could be, hey, if something happens, say Eastside Dave comes out of this paralyzed for life. Well, that opens up the spot for you guys to take over on Route Radio 95.9 WRAT-FM, and there's a spot open on Compound Media. So
it could be Kevin Knight. It could be Kevin Knight.
See that? That's it. So let's root for the demise of Eastside Dave.
We're with you. Love it, brother. Oh my God! And I wanted to ask Kevin, back in the day when you used to win, what would you do to celebrate after a match?
Go to Applebee's.
Yes.
Applebee's or a Chili's or a remember Bennigan's back in the day?
Yes. Bennigan's was great.
A burger and a beer with Bennigan's. That would pretty much be it. Because for me, the next day after a match would be back in the gym in the morning. So
yeah,
not too much on the partying, but a good burger and a good beer from Bennigan's or
what about Charlie Brown's?
Charlie Brown's is very underrated. Charlie Brown, most of them are gone.
Yeah, I didn't know any were still around.
Yep, Outback Steakhouse, pretty good.
Outback's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Houlihan's, you can't go wrong at Houlihan's.
Nah, that's true.
The garlic mashed potatoes at Houlihan's is phenomenal.
Our buddy here, Slambo, likes mashed turnips, he told us earlier.
No, I do not like turnips.
Oh, my God. What's wrong with you?
I don't like turnips. That was a complete lie.
You should be embarrassed.
And I don't like beets either.
He should be embarrassed. He's not, though, Kevin. That's a sad part.
Kevin, we just found out tonight.
I don't like any of that shit.
Kevin, I've known this guy for like 20 years.
I don't like
I just found out for the first time that he hates, with a passion, beets. I don't know why, but he just hates beets.
They're so good for you, but they don't taste good.
I think the friendship's over then as of tonight. That's it.
I think so.
Parting of the ways.
We're all going to walk our separate ways.
Yeah, you guys can all eat your fucking beets. Just fucking choke on your fucking beets.
Jeez.
I think we just ended our show, Kevin.
That's it. There's nothing. How do you top that?
You don't. Oh, goddamn. Kevin, it's been a blast talking to you, though. Thank you so much, my friend.
My pleasure, guys. I appreciate you having me on, and hopefully we see everybody this Saturday night, Nutley, New Jersey, IWF Wrestling event with WWE Legends to benefit American Cancer Society, and CampIWF.com has your tickets.
Awesome, Kevin. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys. Man. Hope to be back on again soon.
Absolutely. We'll definitely be in touch.
got it. Thank you.
Have a good one.